Have you ever seen it? That couple, the man, clearly in his late 40 seconds or 50 seconds, silver in his hair, a calm, grounded presence. The woman in her mid-20 vibrant, intelligent, beautiful. And you see the way she looks at him. It's not just affection, it's admiration. It's respect. It's a level of connection that seems to defy the age gap. And you've asked yourself, why? Why do so many younger women, intelligent, ambitious, women with endless options find themselves irresistibly drawn to older men? And no, it's not what you think. If your mind immediately jumped to money, stability, or the lazy, dismissive armchair diagnosis of daddy issues, you're missing the entire picture. That's the surface level answer. It's the easy explanation that allows young men to feel comfortable in their own lack of development. It's the excuse they use to avoid the real work. The truth. The truth is a deep psychological cocktail. It's a blend of 5 specific masculine traits that most young men simply haven't cultivated. These aren't gifts of age, they are byproducts of effort, of failure, and of intentional self-development. And the fifth one is the most powerful of all. It's the one women themselves can rarely articulate, but they feel it in their very bones. Today, we are not just answering why. We are creating a roadmap for any man of any age to build the kind of core identity that doesn't just attract, it inspires. This is about becoming the man worth choosing. The first psychological trigger, calm energy. The world of a young person is a hurricane of emotional highs and lows. Everything is urgent. Every text message is a potential crisis. Every disagreement feels like the end of the world. Their nervous systems are on fire, constantly reacting to the next notification, the next piece of drama, the next wave of anxiety about the future. A young man is often just another part of this storm. He is reactive. He gets easily offended. His ego is fragile. When she brings him her chaos, her fears, her drama, he meets it with his own chaos, his own insecurity, his own drama. He amplifies the storm. He becomes the storm. The older man, the developed man, is the lighthouse. He has already been through the storm. He has faced financial ruin. He has had his heart broken. He has been embarrassed. He has failed. He has recovered. The things that a 20-year-old sees as a life-ending crisis, he sees as a Tuesday. This experience doesn't make him cold. It makes him calm. But let's be clear, this calm isn't just a passive result of experience. It is an active, cultivated skill. The modern young man is conditioned for reactivity. His brain is flooded with dopamine from social media, video games, and constant notifications. He is trained to react, not to reflect. The developed man understands this. He has intentionally cultivated stillness. He has practiced boredom. He has learned to sit alone with his own thoughts without needing to escape into distraction. He has trained his nervous system to return to baseline. So when the storm hits, his calm is not just memory. It is training. He doesn't just have patience, he practices patience. This deliberate, grounded stillness is what makes him different. When she brings him her storm, he doesn't react. He listens. He doesn't get swept up in her emotion. He simply is. His presence, his calm energy, non-verbally communicates the single most comforting sentence a human can hear. I've got this. Everything is under control. This, this stillness is a superpower in a world screaming for attention. His calm presence is a sanctuary. It's an emotional anchor. She doesn't have to manage his feelings and her own. With him, she can finally just breathe. He isn't just present, he is a presence. He isn't just listening, he is witnessing. This masculine patience is not passive. It is an active, powerful force. It's the calm in the eye of the hurricane. And to a person drowning in the chaos of youth, that calm is not just attractive, it's addictive. Second, the unflinching confidence. And I must be very clear. We are not talking about arrogance. Arrogance is not confidence. Arrogance is a costume. It's loud. It's flashy. It's a desperate performance for an audience. Arrogance is a mask worn by insecure boys to convince the world they are men. It says, look at me, please validate me, please tell me I'm good enough. Confidence, true confidence, is an internal state of being. It is quiet. It is solid. It doesn't need an audience. Confidence is the result of a man having faced his own demons and won. It's the result of him looking himself in the mirror, knowing all his flaws, and still choosing to respect himself. But where does that self-respect come from? It's not magic. It's integrity. It's forged in the private promises he keeps to himself. The immature man lives in a state of constant self-betrayal. He tells himself he'll wake up at 6 a.m. and he hits snooze. He tells himself he'll go to the gym. And he doesn't. He tells himself he'll read that book. And he watches porn instead. With every broken promise, he erodes his own self-belief. His confidence is a hollow shell. The developed man has a long history of keeping his own word. When he says he will do something, he does it. His self-respect is built on a foundation of thousands of small, private victories. This is the source of his internal validation. The younger man is trying to prove himself. He's terrified of failure because his identity is built on a fragile foundation of potential. The older man's identity is not built on potential. It's built on proof. It's built on a mountain of his own failures. You see, the mature man isn't confident because he thinks he'll never fail again. He's confident because he knows he will. And he knows he will survive. He has been rejected before. He has been fired. He has lost, and he is still here. He is still standing. His confidence is not built on a lack of scars. His confidence is his scars. When he walks into a room, he isn't comparing himself to anyone because he's no longer in competition. He is on his own path. When he speaks to a woman, he isn't running lines or playing games. He is simply there. He's not trying to get her approval because he already has his own. This authenticity is magnetic. It cuts through the noise of surface-level charm. A woman's intuition can spot a man faking it a mile away. But when she encounters a man who is genuinely, unapologetically comfortable in his own skin, who seeks no validation outside of himself, she recognizes it. She recognizes it as strength, and she can relax, knowing she is with a man who is not a project, but a pillar. Third, and this is fundamental to human psychology, the bedrock of maturity. Understand this at a deep biological and psychological level. The feminine craves security. And again, the immature mind hears security and immediately thinks money. A full bank account, a nice house, and yes, that is a form of security. It's survival security. But the security that women crave on a soul-deep level, the security that truly builds attraction, is emotional security. What is emotional security? It is the absolute, unshakable knowledge that he is the Neo, not the leaf. Let me explain. Feminine energy is, by nature, fluid, dynamic, and sometimes chaotic, like the ocean. It's beautiful, powerful, and ever-changing. A young woman's emotions can be a tidal wave passion, joy, fear, sadness, all in one day. A young man, an immature man, is a leaf on that ocean. When her wave of sadness hits, he drowns in it. When her wave of anger hits, he is thrown against the rocks. When she is anxious, he becomes anxious. He is tossed around by her emotional state, and in a panic, he tries to fix her. He tries to solve her feelings, to make them go away, simply because he cannot handle them. This makes her feel unsafe. She now has to manage his breakdown, which was caused by her breakdown. She feels alone. The mature man is the bedrock. He is the mountain. He is not afraid of her ocean. He is not intimidated by her waves, but being the bedrock doesn't mean being a doormat. This is a crucial distinction. The immature man has no boundaries. He either drowns in her emotions' weakness or he builds a cold high wall and shuts her out. Fear. The mature man has boundaries. He has a fence. He can stand firm in her storm and say, I am here for you. I see that you are in pain, and I am not going anywhere. But I will not be your emotional punching bag. I will not be yelled at. When you are ready to talk to me with respect, I am right here to listen and help us solve this. This combination of unconditional presence plus unshakable self-respect is the very definition of emotional security. It shows her he is strong enough to handle her and strong enough to handle himself. When her storm comes, he does not get washed away. He does not try to stop the ocean from being the ocean. He doesn't tell her she shouldn't feel sad or angry. He simply stands solid, grounded. He absorbs the wave. He gives her a safe place to crash. His stability gives her the permission to be fully herself. His strength allows her to be vulnerable. She knows that she can fall apart, and he will be the one thing that holds together. This is the emotional safety that money cannot buy. It is the profound, unspoken promise that says, I can handle all of you. Do not be afraid. You are safe with me. And by the way, if this is the kind of insight you've been searching for, the kind of deep dive into mature masculinity that you're not getting anywhere else, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. We are building a community of men dedicated to real self-development. Join us now. Let's talk about the fourth trigger. Fourth, emotional depth. If surface charm is a text message, emotional depth is a handwritten, D-page letter. The modern dating world, especially for young people, is dominated by surface-level interaction, witty banter, sarcasm, memes, carefully curated Instagram feeds. It's all a performance. It's charming. It's fast. And it's incredibly shallow. A young man often lives in this shallow end. He's great at hanging out. He's fun at a party. But when the conversation tries to go deeper to fears, to purpose, to meaning, to legacy, to the darkness we all carry, he deflects. He makes a joke. He changes the subject. He checks his phone, not because he's a bad person, but because he has not yet done the work of exploring his own internal world. He cannot guide her through deep water because he is terrified of drowning himself. The developed man is not afraid of the deep end. He has spent time, real time, alone, He has confronted his own shadows. He has asked himself the hard questions. Who am I? What do I stand for? What is my purpose? What am I truly afraid of? And this depth isn't just for him. It's for her, because he has done the work to understand his own shadows. He can understand hers without judgment or projection. When a young woman tells her immature partner about her fear of failure in her career, he often projects. He'll either dismiss her fear, don't worry, you'll be fine, or make it about his own career anxieties. He's not really listening to her. He's filtering her through his own insecurities. The developed man, because he is self-aware, can truly listen. He can hear her fear and understand the nuance beneath it. He doesn't project, he empathizes. He can ask questions that help her understand herself better. He makes her feel profoundly seen and understood, not just heard, because he has navigated his own inner world. He is not afraid to navigate hers. He can sit with her and talk about more than just the weekend. He can discuss her ambitions, her insecurities, her dreams. He doesn't just hear her words, he understands the meaning beneath them. This is emotional depth. It's the difference between charm and connection. Charm is what makes her laugh. Depth is what makes her feel seen. Charm is fun for a night. Depth is what builds a life. A woman, especially an intelligent woman, craves to be known, not just had. She wants a partner who is an intellectual and emotional equal, someone who can challenge her, who can build with her. She is tired of boys. She is looking for a man, and the clearest sign of a man is his willingness to go beyond the surface. And this brings us to the fifth and most important trigger, the one that ties all the others together, the one that women crave so deeply they often can't even put a name to it: emotional leadership. We have been sold a lie. The lie is that in a modern equal relationship, everything must be 50-50. Every decision, every plan, every emotional burden. And while partnership is essential, this 50-50 dilution of responsibility creates a vacuum, a leadership void. And in that void, someone must step up. In so many modern relationships, it is the woman, she has to decide where they eat. She has to plan the vacation. She has to initiate the difficult conversations. She has to be the one to say, we need to talk about our future. She has to manage the social calendar, the household, and her own career. She becomes the default leader, the project manager of the relationship, and she can do it. Women are incredibly capable, but here is the secret. She doesn't want to. Doing so forces her into her masculine energy. And when she is constantly in her masculine energy, it drains her. It builds resentment, and it is the single fastest way to kill attraction. A woman does not want to lead her man. She wants to be led by a man she respects, so she can be free to relax into her feminine energy. This is emotional leadership. It is not control. It is not dominance. It is not being a dictator. It is initiative. It is responsibility. An emotional leader sets the frame. He says, I'm taking you out Friday night. Be ready at 8. Wear something beautiful. He doesn't say, I do know. What do you want to do? I don't care. You pick. An emotional leader resolves conflict. He doesn't avoid the tough conversations. When there is tension, he is the one who says, hey, I feel a disconnect between us. Let's sit down and talk. My priority is us. He doesn't storm off or go silent or wait for her to fix it. An emotional leader has a plan. And this is the key. His leadership in the relationship is a natural extension of his leadership in his own life. He has a mission. He has a purpose, a business he's building, an art he's creating, a community he's serving. He is going somewhere. This is the ultimate paradox of attraction. A woman cannot truly trust or admire a man who makes her his entire world. She will feel smothered, and she will be crushed by the responsibility of being his everything. But a man who is driven by a purpose larger than himself, a man whose mission is his priority, that is a man she can admire. That is a man she can trust. His relationship is his sanctuary, not his source of identity. Because he is leading his own life, he can be trusted to lead their life together. He has a vision for his life, his career, his finances, his purpose, and he is actively executing it. He invites her to be a part of that vision, not to be his vision. This is the ultimate trigger. It's the calm energy, the confidence, the maturity, and the depth all put into action. He is the man who takes charge, not of her, but for them. This allows her to trust him, to surrender, to admire him. It allows her to feel safe, knowing that the man at the helm is competent, present, and decisive. This is what she cannot explain. She doesn't say, I'm attracted to his emotional leadership. She says, I don't know with him. I just feel safe. I feel feminine. I feel like I can finally relax. So you see, when you see that couple, it was never just about his bank account. It was about his character. It wasn't just about his age. It was about his wisdom. It wasn't about him being older. It was about him being developed. And this is not a eulogy for older men or an attack on the young. This is an invitation. This is a call to action for every man listening. Whether you are 20 censure or 40. The good news is all 5 of these traits are skills, not gifts. Calm is a skill, practiced through mindfulness and enduring hardship. Confidence is a skill, built by facing your fears and keeping the promises you make to yourself. Maturity is a skill, learned by taking responsibility, setting boundaries, and choosing stability over drama. Depth is a skill, earned by doing the lonely work of self-reflection. And leadership is a skill, mastered by finding your mission and taking initiative every single day. You are not defined by your age. You are defined by your effort. So the question is not, will she choose an older man over me? The question is, will I become the man worth choosing? The man you will be in 10 years. The man you are becoming, he is not built in that future. He is built right now, today, and I want to hear from you. In the comments below, tell me, which of these 5 traits are you going to start building? Today, are you focusing on your calm energy, your confidence, your emotional leadership? Declare your intention. Let's hold each other accountable. Let's begin the work.